Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Bengals Breakdown here on Bengals.com. I'm Dan Hoard. He is Bengals.com editor Geoff Butch Hobson. And this week, the Bengals are back in action after their bye as they host the Baltimore Ravens. Had we done this segment early in the week, we'd be talking about the comeback of A.J. Green. We thought he was coming back. Head coach Zach Taylor clearly thought he was coming back. But now it is pretty likely that A.J. Green will not see the field this week. And honestly, Butch, for the first time all year, I'm wondering if A.J. Green will play this year.
Yeah, there was a flicker of doubt in there when the question was asked. But there's no doubt in my mind that he is still, no matter what the record is, no matter what the situation is, he is going to try and get back because that's who he is.
Yeah.
But he couldn't say when he'd be back practicing though. So tough one. I really think. As you said it, I think Monday and Tuesday there had been a sense of, there was really a fresh start here with Finley getting his first start and maybe having AJ, and now, now you kind of get your hands around the fact that AJ is going to miss another game, and that is 13 in a row now he hasn't played, 16 of the last 17, and that is just that's tough without your best player.
They only won one of those games. So that tells you all you need to know about the importance of A.J. Green. All right, let's talk about rookie quarterback Ryan Finley as he gets ready to make his first NFL start against a very good Baltimore defense. Let's hope we see the Ryan Finley we saw in the preseason. In his debut, he completed his first 10 passes. In his second game, he completed his first 9. Not sure he's going to do that on Sunday, but hopefully he will have a solid first start.
Yeah, Hoard, he certainly is. You can't tell he's a rookie. We've all talked about it. Here's a guy. He's going to be 25 years old in another month. He's a guy that's been around. He's been, as Zach said, he went to college for 10 years.
It's only 6, but yeah.
Yeah, and he's got I think he's got nearly 50 college games. So it's not the NFL though. And the thing about being a quarterback in this league and going against Baltimore, they're going to give you everything. And I thought Alex Van Pelt said it pretty well. There's two schools of thought. One might be they'll just sit there and play coverage and let him make a mistake. The other says they'll come after him because he's a rookie.
Ding, 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 ding.
And that's it. Because of Baltimore, that's who they are. Interesting stat is that sitting back there is Earl Thomas III with 30 career picks. No safety has more. An active safety has more interceptions. The Bengals as a whole group, 28 career interceptions. So this shows you it shows you where the Bengals have been lacking the last couple of years, and really what I think Ryan's biggest task on Sunday is not turning it over.
Well, it was roughly this time last year where the Baltimore Ravens did this. They inserted the rookie quarterback, Lamar Jackson, and it has worked out quite well. He's made 15 starts. The Ravens are 12-3 in those games. They're currently in first place by a couple of games in the AFC North. And in the 15 games he has started, the Ravens are averaging 216 rushing yards per game. That's nearly 70 more than the second best team during that time period, Seattle. And they have scored 20 or more points in every game he has started, the longest such streak of any team in the NFL.
We have to stop meeting like this. Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson made their first NFL starts against the Bengals, John Harbaugh's two quarterbacks, and now Finley gets his start. And I think all three things, I think all three debuts, they all have the same thread. They're going to try and run the ball. Flacco, obviously, because he was a rookie. It was opening day. Harbaugh was a new coach. Lamar, because that's what he does. And Finley, because they're trying to protect them against a great a defense that's gonna bring pressure. Going to have to run the ball. Obviously, we were just talking about this. They just haven't run it on the Bengals. Like you said. Now that Lamar has licked them. He quietly. Last month, and you were right on this on the broadcast, became the first guy in history to rush for 100 yards and throw for 200 yards in a regular season game. I can't believe that's the first time he's done that, because you saw how they lit up the Patriots. But this is how they're so good, because I think it's their offensive line is quietly very good. Lamar gets all the ink, but they've got a Hall of Fame guard,
Marshall Yanda.
In Yanda. very good left tackle.
Ronnie Stanley.
And Ronnie Stanley. And Orlando Brown is just huge.
Size of a condo.
And they got 3 tight ends and a fullback that will knock you from here to D.C. And they go, and here, everybody plays the option. I was talking to Sam Hubbard about this. You grow up in high school and college, what do you play? You play the option. But then you play the Ravens, and it looks like something came down from Venus. But it's just because Lamar is so good and they block it so well, and it's, as we saw on the broadcast, not only do they key the outside guy, sometimes they key the nose tackle. So they run it, 80 different ways, and it's just, as you know, my solution is run it yourself if you don't want them to run it, and keep them off the field.
That would be good, if they can. Easier said than done. That's a Baltimore defense that is awfully hard to run against with those big 350-pounders in the middle. But we'll see. See if the Bengals can at least get something going in the run game on Sunday. For Geoff Hobson and our photographers, Marissa Contepelli and Sina Grivey, I'm Dan Hoard. Thanks for checking out Bengals Breakdown here on Bengals.com.